Today we are here at Fairfax Courthouse to talk about what happened the night of Mosby's midnight raid. Before we let you know about anything that happened here, first let's give you some background on what was happening during the time.
Before we explain what happened, let me give you some background on what is happening at the time. Mosby's midnight raid happened in the middle of the Civil War at the beginning of 1863. At the time, the major event that had recently occurred was the Emancipation Proclamation. This was a big hit to Confederate armies because they had to send troops elsewhere to states that weren't directly fighting the Union.
Now we will talk about John Mosby's plan for this mission. He wanted to infiltrate the Union blockade at a weak point during the night. Mosby's men didn't even know what they're getting into, but trusted that he was acting in their best interests. After they would go through the blockade, he would split into two groups. The first group was sent to steal as many horses as possible, so once the Union troops found out about their existence behind their lines, they could make a quick escape. The second group was led by Mosby, and their main goal was to capture Colonel Sir Pensy Windham because he and Mosby were rivals, and Pensy accused him of being a horse thief, which at the time was a huge accusation. Also, his goal was to capture other officers as a bargaining chip to trade for other captured Confederate officers. Now we will explain how it all went down. Mosby's team entered right through the front of the camp and captured the general's telegraphers to keep them from being able to contact the Union battalions around Fairfax Courthouse. After being searched for Pensy, but instead found General Stoughton while in his sleep. Mosby's famous line was, "No, I am Mosby, he has caught you."
The effect of Mosby's midnight raid was significant for the Confederate Army because it was a mini win for them. After getting beat down and after the Emancipation Proclamation, they weren't doing so well. Also, this was great for them because they could do prisoner transfers, which allowed them to get some of their officers back and or make other agreements to get other things they need. It was also significant because it left the Union and the people of Fairfax afraid of what Mosby might do again, and that they might get infiltrated again, and they might not get their generals back and other officers. But it also made them strengthen their defenses and overall learn from their mistakes. Finally, this raid is so significant in Civil War history and somewhat significant in modern history because the fact that no men were lost and 0 shots were fired, and that this mini Confederate win was added to John Mosby, known as the Great Ghost's legend.
Thank you so much for watching our documentary. If you would like to know more about Mosby's Midnight Raid or other historical markers in your local area, then visit www.markerhistory.com. I'll say it again, www.markerhistory.com. Thank you.